Everyone knows IShowSpeed loves Cristiano Ronaldo. He's flown across the world to watch him play and even got a tattoo of him. But nobody really talks about what that obsession cost him. His reputation, his safety, and even parts of his career, all tied back to the same person. What happens when the person you idolize becomes the reason everything in your life starts falling apart? Almost every major speed controversy traces back to one thing: Ronaldo versus Messi. And this video breaks down what that actually cost him, not in views, but in real consequences, from reputational damage to physical danger, all the way to a public humiliation he posted himself. And it doesn't start with Messi or a crowd. It starts with a tweet. KSI is one of the biggest YouTubers on the planet, with tens of millions of subscribers, a professional boxing career, and co-founded Prime, one of the most successful influencer-led brands in the world. He and Speed have known each other for years, collabs, showing up in each other's content, and a friendship known by millions. But that friendship had one thing: KSI is a Messi fan, and Speed is a Ronaldo fan. And that tension usually just stayed as banter. That changed when Prime announced a partnership with Barcelona. KSI flew to Camp Nou as part of the celebration, went through the museum, and took a photo in front of Messi's 7 Ballon d'Ors with his number 10 shirt. He posted it on Twitter and tagged Speed.
How many Ballon d'Ors does Ronaldo have?
Speed sees the tweet, and within seconds, he replied,
"This KSI number, guys."
He drops KSI's phone number in the comments to millions of people.
What the LOL?
Mr. Number Leaker, how does it feel to leak KSI number again?
Has some freaking respect.
And this didn't come out of nowhere. Speed already did that before. Months earlier, during a live show at London's Indigo at the O2, he tried to FaceTime KSI on stage in front of a packed crowd. But KSI didn't answer, and Speed, visibly angry, told the audience,
"Bro, ain't no KSI, dog. He never picks up the phone, bro."
And then he read KSI number out to the entire arena as the crowd immediately started calling their number. But the incident was different because this time it felt intentional, like he saw the tweet and immediately took it further. KSI had aimed it directly at Speed, and Speed responded the only way he knew how whenever Ronaldo came up, by taking it even further. An argument about Ballon d'Ors, something that literally changes nothing in his real life, pushed him to take an action that probably broke a relationship. A picture of a football shirt and a shelf of trophies was enough to start it. But a leaked phone number can still be handled. You can change your number and move on. What happened next couldn't be handled the same way, because this time Speed bled out over Ronaldo. Speed was in Germany, and he had rented a house specifically to follow the Euro 2024 tournament, going to Portugal's matches and streaming across Europe in between. It's Portugal versus France in the quarterfinals in Hamburg. And if Portugal lose, Ronaldo is done at the Euros forever. Speed doesn't go to the stadium for this one. He watches from inside the house, streaming it live. After 120 minutes with no goals, the match goes to penalties. Ronaldo steps up first and converts. Speed is screaming. Portugal needs 3 more and get 2 before João Felix steps up, but his shot hits the post. And with France converting every penalty after that, Theo Hernandez puts the last one away as the chat goes crazy. Portugal are eliminated, and Ronaldo's Euros are over. Speed was in disbelief, crying, when suddenly he got mad and smashed the table with glasses on it. He cuts his right hand. He doesn't even realize it right away. He's moving around the room, crying, saying on camera,
"That's his last game, bro. That's his last game, bro."
He doesn't even notice the blood on his hand while he's still live. Later, after the stream ends, he posts a photo where his right hand is still covered in blood from the glass he broke. He deleted it, but the image is still circulating online. A cut on his hand heals. What happened later in Miami didn't leave a visible mark, but being ignored for loving Ronaldo did. The 2025 FIFA Club World Cup opens with Inter Miami versus Al Ahly at the Hard Rock Stadium. Speed has real access here. Pitch side, tunnel level, sitting next to FIFA President Gianni Infantino in the stands. The kind of access most people will never get at a tournament this big. Earlier in the day, Speed tries to make a meeting happen. He approaches Sergio Aguero, one of Messi's closest friends in football, and asks him to help set up a moment with Messi.
Bro, you know Messi, right?
Yeah, he's my friend.
Bro, you gotta link me with him, bro.
You know, you are very fans to Cristiano, no?
Yeah, I'm a Ronaldo fan, but I still want to meet him though.
I respect. It's okay. He's good player. But I prefer Messi, of course.
And I prefer Ronaldo.
Yeah. Yeah, but Ronaldo's play here now, the World Cup, or no?
No.
No? Maybe he has to watch, no? In TV.
But even that isn't the real moment. The moment happens in the tunnel at halftime. Messi is walking from the dressing room back toward the pitch for the second half, and Speed is waiting in the tunnel. As he sees Messi coming, he shouts his name.
Messi!
Messi and Luis Suarez doesn't look at him once. Within a few seconds, they've already moved through the tunnel and the moment is over. Speed is left standing there with his mouth open. He posts the clip himself with the caption,
Messi aired me.
He doesn't try to hide it. The comments fill up fast, some saying,
Bro got humbled by Messi.
others saying,
Imagine hating Messi all your life and still expecting a handshake lol.
in 2023, Portugal had just beaten Bosnia 3-0 in a UEFA Euro qualifier. Most people weren't even watching that game, but by that point, Speed had been chasing Ronaldo for over 2 years. Then, in the stadium in Lisbon, a car door opened, and Ronaldo was inside. Speed dropped to his knees, not for the camera, and you can tell it wasn't for a clip, as he held his hands out, stood up, hugged him, and said,
Oh my God, Ronaldo! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God, take a picture! Let's take a picture! Take a picture, please, please! Oh my God, I love you, bro!
He asked for a picture. Ronaldo patted him on the face. They did the sew together, and Speed pulled up his sleeve to show the tattoo, while Ronaldo mentioned his son had already told him Speed would be there. When the car pulled away, Speed said,
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Everything I've been through in my life! Everything I've been through in my life, bro, I finally did.
Then, the clip got millions of likes on Instagram. Forums said the obsession had finally paid off, and comment sections treated it like the story had reached its ending. But you've already seen what happened after. The friend whose number got posted online, the hand that broke in a room alone, and the walk across a stadium in front of cameras, reaching for someone who looked straight through him. All of it came after Lisbon, after the car door, after the hug, after...
I finally did it, bro!
If meeting Ronaldo was supposed to be the end of it, it wasn't. And that means the question was never really about Ronaldo. So what was it about? KSI didn't make Speed leak the number? The Euro final didn't force his hand through the glass? Messi probably didn't ignore him on purpose. The events themselves weren't that extreme. His reaction was the same triggers. Ronaldo versus Messi. A loss, the wrong place at the wrong time, and they kept leading to the same result. Impulsive decisions and consequences he couldn't take back. He didn't lose his reputation because of KSI. It's the same cycle repeating itself. At that point, the real question isn't why people keep their distance anymore, but whether Speed can even see it himself. And right now, what happened says more than he ever could.